Good day to daughter and my fellow friends. My name is Lim Ming Xiang. My matching number is 2872224, and today I'm going to share about the determinants of credit risk of the Bank of Communications. For the problem and issue, financial institutions are exposed to a big risk called credit exposure, which can make up to 60% of the bank's normal hazards. The financial sector in China has experienced substantial expansion because of its rapidly expanding economy. For the research objective, which is to identify the internal factors and external factors affecting the credit risk of the Bank of Communications, and this is similar for the research question. And is there any relationship between the internal factors and external factor to the credit risk of Bank of Communications? Next, for the literature review, which is the main for the old study. The main of the old study is credit risk. When the borrower fails to repay the loan's principal in full or in part, credit risk develops. The objective of measuring credit risk is to put a number on potential losses from loan agreements. It is necessary to estimate the quantity of losses since it cannot be determined with certainty. Next, we also focus on internal factor, which is microeconomy, and also external factors, which is macroeconomies, and also the main focus for our study is also bank size, loan loss provision, loan risk-weighted assets, and capital adequacy. Furthermore, for the methodology, the data sourced from 5 years of annual report of Bank of Communication, which is from 2017 to 2021, and there are 23 observations by using to measure this research, and we are using the application of SPSS to measure or determine all the data that we need to use for this report. And next, there are 3 models, which is model 1, impact of internal factors on credit risks. Next, model 2, impact of external factors on credit risks. Last, for model 3, which is impact of both internal and external factors on credit risks. Based on the descriptive statistic, the highest number for the internal variable, which is equity multiplier, which 136.914, and is standard deviation, which is 13.920, and for the highest number for the external variable, which is standard deviation, and the mean for it, which is 0.218, and is standard deviation number, which is 0.072. Based on the correlation table, there are 4 variables that show moderate correlation with credit risks, namely interest rate, M2, CAR, and exchange rate, reflecting a positive correlation of 0.65, 0.698, 0.344, and 0.466 respectively, while ROA and the GDP shows negative strong correlation, which is negative 0.804 and negative 0.922 respectively. Based on the ANOVA tables, there are 2 results are considered not significant, which is internal variables and external variables. And this is the case since the p-value is above the significant level, which is normally 0.05. And the result for the internal variable, which is 0.083, and for the external variable, which is 0.838, and for the result, which is significant, is both internal and external, which is the number is 0.026 and is considered significant. Based on the model summary, both internal and external factors table, the result displays that only three variables, which are leverage ratio, liquidity ratio, and loan, contribute to the bank's credit risk with an adjusted R-square of negative 2.635. The dustbin Watson test result of 3.2 indicate that the data exhibit a negative autocorrelation. This is because the the number which is bigger than 2.5 indicate negative autocorrelation. Based on the coefficient analyzed, the variable in two of the coefficient analysis table show a negative relationship with credit risk, which is internal variable and both internal and external variable table. However, the external variable table show a positive relationship. In addition, none of the variables exhibits significance individually towards credit risk with a p-value above 0.10. In conclusion, the ratio of interest income to annual average loans outstanding has shown the most positive significant among the others variables. For the recommendation, only a small amount of data may be acquired for this inquiry due to time restriction. The information is taken from the bank's annual report, which is available online. Due to several restrictions, including the potential for inaccurate data extraction due to a lack of knowledge and skills, the use of a small sample of only 5 years and a single bank, this research paper is not intended to accurately reflect the current state of the bank and the China banking system. That's all for me. Thank you.